Hello, my little ponies. I'm Cyber Angel. Normally doing this is critical analysis, and I just finished watching season seven, the season finale of season 7 of My Little Pony. Now, but why am I doing this as you can see, this is a Cyber Angel. Wait, where's the name? Where's the name? I forgot where they put the name now. I think they put the name down there. As you can see, this is a Cyber Angel iRant. Why? Because of one little clip in the middle of part 2. They show the fight between the Sirens and Star Swirl the Bearded and his colleagues. Yeah, they pretty much fought, opened up a portal, and threw them in. Okay. Now, why am I saying that with a bit of a pissed off little face? Because this means that My Little Pony Fiendship is Magic number 3 is no longer canon. Okay? This is the problem I am now that I've realized recently that some of the problems that I had with the comics stem from this one problem. And that is the fact that the show is the primary canon. The comics are secondary. So, if there's a conflict between the show and the comics, the show overrides it. So essentially, an entire comic has just been retconned. Okay? An entire comic. And with the notion that Tyrek is coming back, I'm afraid that another one of that My Little Pony Fiendship is Magic number 2 is going to get retconned as well. Anything else you want to retcon? Huh? The comics are fucking fantastic. Okay? They're so fucking awesome. They have imagery that you can't see anywhere, that you cannot see in this show. You cannot see in this show. They've got storylines that you can't see, that you will never be able to see on television. And yet there's a lot of times when, they just get erased. One of my biggest ones was my favorite My Little Pony comic, Micro Series number 10. Is no longer canon because of admittedly a great episode, Royal Problems. Because otherwise, they would have remembered that. They would have remembered what fucking happened. And now it's no longer in continuity because of the show. This is the fate of the comics. They are always living in subordinates, in subjugation, in pretty much the shadow of the show. They need the show to be alive, but the show can cut off any single piece that they've created at any moment, making it non-canon. If you don't care about canonicity, if you just want a good story, great, read the comics. They're great. But if you care about the whole entire continuity of everything, of having these great comics be in continuity with the show, then unfortunately you will be constantly disappointed with the comics. The show and the comics are always going to be at odds with one another as a result of how they've done this. I mean, as I've seen it on that day, the way as I know it, on that day, the Sirens went to what was known as Canterlot at that time, or whatever it was. I believe it was Canterlot, and fought Star Swirl in a battle that brought about like 40 new music genres. But here, it was ended in like boom, one shot. This is the problem. This is part of the reason why I stopped. This is one of the problems why the comics are not as good. Because at any moment, without warning, all the hard work they've put into in making a good story is irrelevant. It no longer matters. To you, those of you who work in the comics, I feel for you. I honestly think that the relationship between the show and the comics has to change. Instead of two groups working separately with one another, you need to work in harmony with one another. Ironic considering what show you're working on. I'm Cyber Angel, and I'll see you later.